Mortal Kombat Chaos Reigns expansion came out a few weeks ago, and I have some mixed feelings about it. I love the new characters that were added. They have a pretty good moveset, and the gameplay has been fun. But the story just isn't that good. And it's rather disappointing. It leaves you thinking, what was even the point of the expansion? The major problem with the story is the main villain, Havik. He is the most generic cartoon type of villain I have ever came across. He says the most generic things ever, and he gets presented as a big baddie, but he gets beaten at the end by a character who loses a fight with Tanya. And I guess Mortal Kombat has never been known to have well-thought-out villains, and often those villains get beaten by characters you wouldn't expect them to lose by, but this just feels like an all-time low. Even Kronika from MK11 was more interesting and menacing than Havik. Now, the story isn't all bad. I did enjoy the music, a couple of the cutscenes and some of the fights, but none of that makes up for the lackluster story. But even though the story was rather disappointing, I do believe the gameplay makes up for that. A lot of the animalities like Peacemakers and Johnny Cage's are very cool. I hope that future fatalities will look just as good if NetherRealm decides to continue expanding on this game. I also really liked Noob Saibot and Cyrax's gameplay. They were extremely fun to play as. So far, none of the newest DLC characters feel broken, unlike a couple of the past DLC characters. So overall, the gameplay is a 10 out of 10 for me, but I still can't get over how pointless the story felt at the end. I still wonder, why did they even make this expansion if it wasn't going to forward the story in any way? At the end of Chaos Reigns, basically everything is just how it was at the end of the first story mode, besides a couple of things that they easily could have explained in a comic or something. And I don't think the people who made this game put a whole lot of effort into this expansion, which is a big mistake, because Mortal Kombat 1 has been struggling since release to stay relevant in the gaming world, and this game desperately needed something to get fans back, because a lot of fans have walked away from the game with no plans on coming back. And I don't know if this expansion will change that, because a lot of the issues with this game that made a lot of its fan base to leave are still present, so why would they come back, especially since this DLC is extremely expensive? The price for this is $50, and no DLC is worth that. You can't even buy the combat pack separately to get it cheaper. So as much as I do like the gameplay, I honestly wouldn't recommend anyone buying this unless you don't care about the price. And if you do want this, I would definitely suggest just waiting till it goes on sale, even though I do think this expansion is good, and I have been having a lot of fun playing Mortal Kombat recently. I still don't think it's worth paying $50 just for a combat pack and a 3-hour story mode. But what do you think? Comment down below your thoughts on this expansion. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so I can get to 500 subscribers, and thanks for watching.